Hello and welcome to the Nexus Roundup. What has been happening in the world of partworks and models this week? Well, quite a lot really, just like last week. So there's a few things I want to sort of just say. So last week I discussed what I would like to come out. One of them being the Nissan Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious. It had already been released in Japan. I said that would be one that I did. Literally 2 days later, it was announced for France through D'Agostini. It's definitely one I'm going to be building. They must be watching my show because every time I say something like this, it happens. The Batman Tumbler as well was another one that I mentioned on a video, if you watch the videos, where I said, oh, the only Batman build that I would build would be the Tumbler, and a couple of weeks later, Hachette released the Tumbler. So yeah, they must be watching my show, which is a good thing. So the Nissan, Paul Walker's Nissan Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious is going to be released. I would expect it's going to come out here in the UK. I'm going to find out some more information this week, so keep an eye on the socials for that. And I'll discuss that next week, so I'll probably have some definitive information if it's going to come out to the UK and US market, which I think it will do. It looks absolutely amazing. Check out these videos, these pictures, I should say, because it is one hell of a build. Check this out. Now you see there, it is awesome, absolutely awesome. Much better, I would say, than the Dodge Charger, though it would be. It's got the neon lights underneath. It's got the body kit. It's got the subs in the back. It's got loads of stuff in the dash. It's 100%, and it would go well with Dodge Charger as well, which is really good. And I'm coming very, very close to actually finishing that, so this would be a good run on if they release it. Now, if it does get released here in the UK or the US, it would be under the Fan Home banner. So it's not actually physically released yet. It doesn't come out until the 1st of October in France. So it may come out that quick over here. I'm hopeful it will. It's more or less going to be coming out over here. I've not seen them not do a build like that and then not release it here. So it's worth keeping an eye out for that one. That's probably a new one that's coming out. If not soon, later it definitely will. It's definitely one I want to build. That's for sure. Obviously, as well, like I said, we were in the test field. We're in the test season and new build season at the moment. Though that new build season has now sort of expanded to every year. Normally it runs from September to April. That doesn't seem to be the case for a lot of the companies now. They just seem to release when they want to, which is okay, but yeah, it means we're constantly trying to fight on what we want to get. Anyway, so Hachette, they've got 2 new builds out this coming week. The first being Dungeons and Dragons. I've already done a preview on issue 1. It's not for me because I do play Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, I haven't played it for a very long time. I'm more into Warhammer. My daughter does play Dungeons and Dragons with her friends. She looked at it and said for the overall price it wasn't worth it. It's good to try and get people involved in it. I suppose it opens doors for people that are cautious and not too sure about it. But you can buy a complete starter set which has the lore, or everything really. The lore, the characters, the dice, the rules, everything, the play mat, you name it, for only between £20 and £25. You can find them out online, the Essentials kit they're called. That's a good starting point. Obviously you can then build up your stuff, but effectively all you need to do Dungeons and Dragons is dice. If you've got a good Dungeons Master, you only need the dice. But yeah, you've got data sheets you can get online for free. You can pick up dice for literally next to nothing. I think there's a company on Amazon that does D&D dice, and I think you can get 42 dice for like £5. It's next to nothing. It all depends on what sort of dice you want, but this series will be my dice, mainly dice coming out. If it's something you want to collect, go and collect it. I just personally don't feel it's worth the money. And obviously, talking to someone who plays D&D at the moment, it's 100% not worth the money. But hey, if you want to go and collect it, I think it'll be a good collection at the end of the day. But like I said, it's not for me. But that was the first one that comes out. You can also check out that video as well. It's on my YouTube channel. You can go check that out and make up your own mind. I'm only here to advise. You know, if you want to collect it, you go ahead and collect it. But I'm trying, you know, to tell you that there's a cheaper option, but it's up to you. Anyway, that's the first one from Hachette. The second one is the U-96 submarine. That has now officially been released, but it has only been released as a online subscription only. This seems to be a sort of a norm. A lot of the other companies, you know, IXO, Agora, Fanhome, only release online. Hachette normally release in newsagents, but they seem to now be stepping further away from there. They've done it with the Alien build. That was their first one. Now they've done it with U-96. So is the Lancaster going to be the same? We don't know. We'll find that out. I've been told different, but changes can always happen at the last minute. It's like I said, it's not for me. If you're into your military hardware, you're into your military submarines, this is probably a must for you. It has a lot of panels that come off it and a lot of bits that sort of come off. This thing, by the way, is bigger than the Bismarck, bigger than the Titanic. This thing is hugely long. It has interior lighting. It does look interesting, but it's just not enough for me to build it. In talking about the subscription, so it's online only. But you will get 4 issues every 4 weeks, like a normal subscription, but you can only get it online. There's also only digital instructions, so you don't get any magazines, you just get them digitally. So there's no sort of write-up, there's no sort of in-depth look at U-96 or anything like that, like you would get in a normal magazine. It's literally just the instructions. And you can check out those instructions right now. There is a link at the bottom of this video, you can go check that out. But this is what it looks like. Take a little look and see what you think.
Something big is surfacing. The U-96 U-boat, the most notorious submarine of World War II. Reconstruct the legendary U-96 in precision 1:48 scale with die-cast metal hull and stunningly detailed interior. And bring the U-boat to life with remote-controlled features. Follow step-by-step online instructions to build your piece of naval history. Order at u96-collection.com to start building the U-boat and receive these great gifts with your subscription.
And that's U-96. Yeah, tell me what you think in the comments down below. Like I said, it's not one for me. Do with space and interest. It's not really one that really interests me too much in order for me to get that. So that's sort of done it for the new releases and tests and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot coming out still. I still believe there's a few more bits to come. There's probably loads of test stuff as well. They haven't been as forthcoming with the tests. But there is one that's tested in France this week. And it's... well, check this out. So it's the Iron Man Mark 85 armour. So the 85 armour is Infinity War. This is the one where Tony gets the Infinity Stones. Spoiler alert, gets the Infinity Stones. That's the suit he wears. So it has a sort of a detachable backpack on this one that lights up. This is the sort of beam effect that he has. It also comes with the Nano Infinity Gauntlet that he has. Once again, it doesn't come with a removable face. I don't know if it's going to have battle damage. We already have an Iron Man, so I don't know how well this is going to do. It looks like the first issue is building the helmet, which I did as well. But once again, it's not really one that I would build. I saw how Iron Man went together. I think if you've already got one Iron Man, the possibilities of you wanting to build another one is probably a little bit stretched. But if you had the choice between the two, maybe it's a good choice to have between the, I think this is the Mark III suit, which is from the first movie, and then this one from the Infinity War. I'm surprised they've gone with this. There's a few other suits they could have gone with. I would have preferred like a Hulkbuster suit or something like that. That one might have been a little bit more interesting, and probably one that I would have wanted to build. But this one isn't. Well, anyway, it's on a test at the moment over in France. Let me know in the comments what you think. But that's the only thing that's been tested at the moment. Like I said, we're still very, very early doors on testing. We've still got months ahead of us on the test front, and new build releases as well. Even though we've had 2 new partworks this week from Hachette, we know we're getting some new stuff from Agora, and Fanhome are just kicking it out of the park at the minute. So they're also releasing stuff left, right and centre. So, what else have I been doing? Well, you wait for 1 pack from Fanhome, and 2 turn up all at once. So I've now got pack 9 and 10 of my Knight Rider. Pack 11 has been posted, and pack 12 is already on the system. So they're really pushing it out for me, so I can't fault them on that whatsoever. I'm still waiting for pack 2 of Optimus Prime, though I've already built that. Obviously, I'm doing this now through Fanhome, so I'm still waiting for that to turn up. The Enterprise build, I had issue 8. Obviously, I'm still working through that. Issue 9 hasn't even been on the system yet. It's not even been created or anything like that, so I don't know what's going on with that. But obviously, once that sorts itself out, I can then pay for that, and it will turn up. Robocop as well. Yeah, it's still on the system, though it's not been processed or anything yet, but I'm hoping that turns up at some point soon. And that's it really. I've not really got I should steal motor now, because there's probably going to be on the channel quite a lot of the Knight Rider, because I need to start building that quite quickly now. I need to get my arse in gear on that one really. And that's really all I've been doing in terms of partworks this week, because you know, we're busy with everything else. What else have I been watching? Obviously, I've been watching Asaka. Yeah, I've personally liked all the live action Star Wars series that they've done so far. It has caused some sort of backlash with that, especially with the hardcore fans, but you get that anyway. I personally like it. I think it's a good story. The series has been brilliant. Last 2 episodes have actually been really, really good. It's going to be interesting where it sort of goes from now. Now everyone's sort of split up. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's a fantastic series. It's on Disney Plus at the moment. Go and check that out. Also, I've been watching, obviously, the brand new Star Trek Lower Deck series. Once again, I think it's the best Star Trek we've had since Next Gen. Though I like Discovery and I like Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks really hits, for me, what I love about Star Trek. And the fact that Mike McManus is doing it as well, and I love Polar Opposites, and I love Rick and Morty as well, and obviously I'm a huge fan of, you know, Family Guy and American Dad, and this just fits perfectly. Some people have said online that they don't get the show, and they find it weird, and I'm sort of like, well, if you've watched anything else he's done, this runs parallel with it. I think if you like those shows like Family Guy, American Dad, South Park, Rick and Morty, then you're going to love Lower Decks. Even if you don't like Star Trek, you'll love Lower Decks. But if you don't like any of them, but you like Star Trek, I don't think you're going to like Lower Decks. It's just not for you. But I absolutely love it. The amount of Easter eggs in each episode as well, and where the series goes, it's just been getting better and better. It's one of those Star Trek series that's gotten better every season. But I'm absolutely loving it at the moment. Go and check it out. Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4. It's actually on Paramount Plus at the moment, so go and check it out. But I'm absolutely loving that. So that's the sort of serious stuff that I've been watching. I'm still waiting for a few things to come out on Disney. Marvel related, really. So just got to sit back and wait for things like What If and X-Men 97. So if anyone doesn't know about X-Men 97, X-Men 97 is a runoff from the original X-Men cartoon I used to watch when I was a kid, and done a rerun through recently, and still absolutely love the series. Once again, if you haven't seen the original X-Men series, go and watch it. It's on Disney Plus right now. It's absolutely cool. It brings back all those sort of nostalgia where you used to sit on a Saturday morning, used to sit in front of the TV on a Saturday morning with a bowl of cereal, watching the cartoons. This, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, X-Men, all that sort of stuff was on. It just brings it back, and it's a lovely series. So go and check it out. But apart from that, not really much has been going on, really. Like I said, there's a few bits that we've talked about and we've discussed. But apart from that, I've just got to get my arse in gear and start doing these Knight Rider packs before they build up. I also want to explain as well, I know some people might be interested, might not be. If you're watching this and you're wondering, where the hell are our Disney Dolls House build? Well, I'm thinking that as well. So, issue 96, I just want to tell you something. So, issue 96 wasn't in the newsagents. It was delayed. There was a problem with the national system for WH Smith News. So WH Smith News distributes effectively everything, right? They distribute everything to the news agents and everything else. There was a computer failure that failed and it mucked up. So I mean, issue 86 didn't come to my news agents. We waited for another week and it didn't turn up. We've ordered it through the Hachette website. We've got issue 87 here, and we push up issue 88 this week. As soon as that issue arrives from Hachette, we will do it, and you'll probably get like a big bumper issues coming to you on the channel. But I just wanted to tally up what's going on with the Doll's House at the moment. We haven't forgotten about it. We have not stopped it. We're just waiting for the issues to turn up so we can carry on with our build. But anyway, that has been us here. Thank you for listening to the Roundup. If you want to check out all the other videos down below, give it a bit of thumbs up. Click subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And as always, we'll see you at the next video. Take it easy.